Today, I'm creating the strongest character in the entire Black Clover verse. This character will be so overpowered that defeating Lucius, Asta, and Yuno will feel like child's play to him. But before we can continue, here's a small rule. We can only take one thing from each character. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, to build our strongest character, these are the traits we need to fill up. Race, body, durability, strength, magic attribute, mana reserve, mana control, intelligence, battle IQ, support spirit, devil, key, and a special ability. So, with everything in place, let's start with race first. Here, we have 4 options to choose from, and that is devil, dwarf, elves, and a human. For devils, well, because they cannot appear in the living world on their own, and a mage in the living world has to use forbidden magic and do a sacrifice to summon them, I guess we shouldn't go with them. For dwarves now, well, to be honest, we don't know much about them, and the only character we have in the series is Charmy, who herself is a dwarf-human hybrid, so excluding this as well. Now, between humans and the elves, let's just be real here, elves are far superior to humans. First off, they have immense magic power, and they were even worshipped as gods for it. This superiority is exactly why humans began to fear them and desire their power. Elves are the only people capable of fully using magic stones and possess stronger magic than humans, and can cast stronger spells without too much effort. So for race, we choose elves. Now, with that in place, let's choose someone for our body trait. Here, I have 2 options in mind. The first one is Asta. Well, to be honest, Asta's body is quite good, but the thing is, he is short. And for this trait, I need someone whose body is just perfect. And in the whole Black Clover series, the character whose body will perfectly fit this trait is none other than Yami Tsukihiro. You see, Yami has an extremely tough body due to years of battle experience and intense physical training. He can endure heavy physical attacks and even severe injuries while continuing to fight, such as his battle against Dante, where he took multiple hits from gravity-based magic and kept pushing forward. He is also from a family of assassins in the Hino country, who served as protectors of Goshu under the Ryudo clan. So for body, we choose Yami Tsukihiro. Now that we've chosen Yami's body, we need to give him someone's durability. So for this trait, hear me out for a moment. There are a lot of characters with insane durability, like Merliona, Yuno, Noelle, and many more. But I'm saving these characters for now to use them in other categories. I believe there's so much we can take from them, and using them here would feel like a waste. So, for this trait, I have one character in mind whose durability is absolutely off the charts, and that character is none other than Asta. You see, Asta possesses a high durability and resistance to damage, as seen when he's able to keep standing up despite receiving numerous attacks from Heath. He is even able to emerge from Lick's attempted cave-in relatively unharmed alongside Yami. But that's not it. In the fight against Lucifero, he was able to endure multiple direct hits from Lucifero, showcasing an extraordinary level of resilience. And if you're thinking these attacks were just a joke, please just reconsider it, as these attacks were so strong that they would have killed or incapacitated even the strongest mages. So, for durability, we choose Asta. And the next trait we have is strength. For this, I have one particular character in mind, and that is none other than Lucifero. You see, even in an incomplete form, Lucifero was strong enough to stop a swing from Asta's Demon Slayer's sword and completely hold it in place with just one hand. He also sent Asta flying into the ground with tremendous force, with only a single punch. With one hand, he caught an incoming punch from Merliona Vermilion and crushed the bones in her left forearm. Lucifero's strength is so insane that he was able to grab Asta by the head, slam him into the ground, and proceed to stomp on him, severely injuring Asta and Lieb and knocking them out of Unite. However, if it weren't for the captains and Yuno, Asta would be dead on the spot. So, not much to say about this. For strength, I choose Lucifero. Now that we have chosen Lucifero's strength, we need to give him someone's magic attribute. For this, I have 3 characters, and the first one is Yuno. Yuno, who was also known as the prodigy of the Black Clover verse, has 2 magic attributes, wind magic and star magic. When it comes to wind magic, Yuno uses this magic attribute to generate and manipulate wind. He was proficient with this magic even before receiving his grimoire. With this magic, he can summon Sylph, the wind spirit. After achieving near 100% resonance with Sylph, he reaches Saint stage. In this stage, Yuno can perform Spirit Dive and wield weapons like Spirit of Boreas, Zephyr, and Nostos, each capable of destroying a high-ranking devil. When it comes to his star magic, Yuno uses this magic attribute to generate and manipulate stars. He can use them to fire beams of magical light to create defensive barriers and even to teleport himself between these stars. stars. By combining star magic with wind magic, Yuno can perform a nationwide spell like Never Neverland, in which the user and Sylph control the flow of magic and time within the dome. They can boost the power of allies and weaken the power of enemies, as well as neutralize offensive time magic by making time stand still. The second character we have is Julius, who uses time magic to manipulate time. He can accelerate, decelerate, stop, or even reverse the flow of time. He is also able to heal injuries by reversing the time on his and other people's wounds. Due to the irregular nature of time magic and its stemming from a devil, Julius is ranked as an arcane stage mage. By using this, one can perform powerful spells like chronoanastasis, where the user creates a clock face that expands and covers the targeted area. Within that area, the user is able to stop and rewind time, which is reflected in the movements of the hands on the clock. However, I won't be choosing any of them, because the next character we have is in a league of his own, and he is none other than Lucius Socrates. This guy has not one, not two, but 6 magic attributes: soul magic, time magic, gravity magic, body magic, bone magic, and even blood magic. When it comes to soul magic, Lucius uses this magic attribute to manipulate souls, thereby altering their life, spirit, and magic power. He has to physically touch the target in order to alter their soul, and often targets their head. He also developed a method of using this magic attribute to purify devil power and to incarnate devils in humans. For time magic now, Lucius uses this magic attribute to manipulate time. He can decelerate it to a point of stopping, as well as rapidly accelerate it. He also uses this magic attribute to have foresight that allows him to envision multiple timelines. And trust me, this guy's time magic is way ahead of Julius. For gravity magic, he just basically stole it from Lucifera. For body, bone, and blood magic, he uses the combination of these 3 attributes with his soul magic to create bodies of humans and convert them into paladins, as well as to create a multitude of physical clones of himself. So, for the magic attribute, I choose Lucius. Now that we have chosen the magic attribute of our character, we need a mana reserve for him as well. For this, there is only one character in the entire series that can fit in this trait, and that is none other than Mereoleona. You see, she's basically a monster if you ask me. As a royal and a captain of a Magic Knight squad, Mereoleona possesses an immense amount of magic reserve. Her magic reserve is so massive that Raya states that it is not just from her being a royal, but because it is a completely unknown human strength. According to Veto, Mereoleona may be the strongest human in the Clover Kingdom. In the fight against Paladin Morris, Mereoleona fully transforms her body into mana, and then resurrects her allies, transforming their bodies into mana as well. These resurrected allies retain their personalities and memories, and can act independently of Mereoleona. In this new form, Mereoleona essentially becomes the true embodiment of mana itself. Even during the same fight, Morris was shocked at how Mereoleona was able to break this natural law. So, for mana reserve, I choose my lady Mereoleona. Now that we have chosen our mana reserve, it's time to give our character someone's mana control. Here, the first character I have is Yuno. You see, Yuno is a prodigy with vast mana reserves. His control over mana is extraordinary for combat purposes, especially his precision with wind spells and his ability to use spirit dive forms. However, his mana control focuses more on raw power and combat precision, rather than the broad, intricate application. Secondly, I have other plans for Yuno, so I won't be using him here. So for this trait, the one and only candidate we have is Lolopeshka. As the Heart Kingdom's queen and wielder of spirit magic, Lolopeshka has a unique connection to mana through the Heart Kingdom's mana zone system. She has an innate ability to control the flow of mana across her entire kingdom using runes and arrays, which requires precise and immense mana control. Her knowledge and mastery of mana control are considered exceptional, as she utilizes complex techniques like mana method to strengthen spells. So, for mana control, I choose Lolopeshka. Now that that's in place, it's time to give our character someone's intelligence. For this, I have 2 characters in mind, and the first one is Julius. By the way, if you're about to say that we already chose Lucius, and Julius and Lucius are the same, then I prefer you to rewatch the series. Julius Novachrono, the Wizard King, is a master of foresight and strategy. His intelligence lies in his ability to analyze complex situations in real time and adapt instantly. Julius doesn't just rely on his own immense power, he observes his enemies and allies alike, always thinking several steps ahead. What makes Julius stand out is his knack for recognizing and nurturing potential in others. He recruited diverse talents into the Magic Knight squad, creating a balanced and capable force to defend the Clover Kingdom. His ability to predict events, such as the attack by the Eye of the Midnight Sun, shows his unparalleled foresight. The second character for this position is none other other than Lumiere Silvermillion Clover. You see, Lumiere, the first Wizard King, embodies the spirit of innovation and brilliance. His intelligence is defined by his mastery of ancient magic and his pioneering spirit, as he explored new ways to use light magic creatively and effectively. Lumiere's ability to invent and integrate magic tools demonstrates his advanced understanding of magical theory and application. Furthermore, his alliance with Licht, the leader of the elves, highlights his strategic thinking and ability to foster trust between opposing factions. Lumiere's intelligence also shown during moments of crisis. When faced with the tragedy orchestrated by Zagrid, he quickly adapted to the situation, confronting the devil's schemes and ultimately sacrificing himself to protect the kingdom. Not only that, when the seal was undone by Sekri Swallowtail, he quickly adapted to the events and started coordinating with the present-day heroes like Asta, which, to be honest, demonstrates his adaptability in high-stakes scenarios. So, if you ask me, I would choose Lumiere for this position, as he understood the long-term importance of his ideals, trusting Sekri to preserve his existence for a time when his strength and wisdom would be needed most. Additionally, his innovative approach to magic led to the creation of magical tools designed to help commoners, an achievement that required both technical knowledge and a progressive vision for equality. Now that we've chosen Lumiere's intelligence, it's time to give our character someone's battle IQ. The first character we have for this position is none other than Noct. You see, Noct Faust's battle IQ in Black Clover is demonstrated through his exceptional strategic thinking, adaptability, and understanding of his opponent's weaknesses. As the vice captain of the Black Bulls, he consistently analyzes situations deeply before taking action. For instance, during his fight against Dante Zagratis, Noct displayed his tactical genius by combining Devil Union modes to counter Dante's overwhelming gravity magic. Despite being outmatched in raw power, Noct used his abilities to create opportunities for his allies, proving his capability as a strategist. Noct's intelligence also shines during his leadership in the raid against the Spade Kingdom. He meticulously organized and coordinated the squads, ensuring they were strategically placed to counter the Dark Triad. His ability to maintain composure and think several steps ahead even under intense pressure highlights his battle IQ. Additionally, Noct's pragmatic nature and realistic assessment of situations help him make calculated decisions, such as leveraging Asta's anti-magic abilities effectively. Noct's intelligence isn't limited to tactics. His knowledge of devil contracts and magic lore further underscores his expertise. He navigates the dangerous art of devil binding with precision, reflecting both his intellectual and combat prowess. The second character we have for this position is Julius Novachrono. As mentioned earlier, Julius demonstrates exceptional analytical skills and decision-making abilities. His intellect is evident in his ability to quickly assess magic types and their applications. For instance, when Yuno first showcased his connection with Sylph, the wind spirit, Julius instantly recognized the nature of this power and its significance, long before Yuno fully understood it. Julius's strategic thinking also shines during battles. His time magic grants him a unique edge, allowing him to foresee and counter opponents' moves effectively. He uses this ability to manipulate outcomes in a calculated manner, such as in his battle against Patoli. Despite being pushed to his limits, Julius displayed the foresight to save William Vengeance, while also attempting to neutralize Patoli without unnecessary bloodshed. So, which character are we gonna choose now? Noct or Julius? Well, to be honest, it's hard to say, as both characters exhibit exceptional battle IQ. But, if you ask me, Julius edges ahead due to his unparalleled foresight, his ability to analyze and counter vast magical capabilities, and his proven effectiveness as a large-scale leader. On the other hand, Noct's intelligence shines in tactical versatility and small-scale skirmishes, making him formidable in direct combat and preparation. Since we've already given our character Lucius's magic attributes, which include time magic, adding Julius's battle IQ will be the cherry on top. So, for battle IQ, I choose Julius Novachrono. Now that we have a chosen battle IQ, it's time to give our character a support spirit. For this position, I have 3 candidates: Sylph, Salamander, and Undyne. Here, I won't be explaining all of them and we'll just pick Salamander right away. And if you're asking why, man, dragons are just so cool. If our character has a support spirit like Salamander, the two of them together would look absolutely insane. Still, if you want a brief description, here it is. Salamander is the spirit of fire, first serving fauna and later Fuegolian vermilion. As a spirit, Salamander possesses a vast amount of magic power and is said to have the highest attack power among the 4 great nature spirits. In its larger form, Salamander can fly and even carry multiple passengers. Being the spirit of fire, Salamander uses this magic attribute to generate and manipulate flames hot enough to melt Nozel Silva's silver spears and boil Noel Silva's water magic. So, for support spirit, I choose Salamander. Well, now let's give our character a devil as well. Here, as we all know, there are plenty of devils in Black Clover, but who could be a better candidate for this position than Libe? You see, by choosing Libe, we are indirectly choosing anti-magic. But if you are about to say that Libe's anti-magic will not work with magic and all, you couldn't be more wrong. Because you see, in chapter number 367, we saw Asta sharing his anti-magic with the Black Bulls. However, we don't actually know how he accomplished such a feat. But if we take this into account, then I believe we can indeed take Libe and his anti-magic. You see, by taking Libe as our character's devil, our character can now perform Devil Union, giving him overwhelming strength, speed, and versatility in battle. The Devil Union eliminates the limitations of anti-magic by making one's entire body a weapon against magic, enabling him to deflect and cut through even the strongest spells. So, for Devil, I choose Libe and his anti-magic. Now that we have chosen Libe as our devil, it's time to give our character someone's ki, or you can say Zetten, which is basically the same thing. For this, I would have chosen Yami's ki as it's one of the strongest in Black Clover, but since we've already used him for our body trait, we need to find an alternative. So for this trait, I'll be choosing Yami's little sister, Ichika. You see, ki is the flow of life energy within people's bodies, including humans, elves, and devils, and is affected by their thoughts and actions. Each individual's ki is unique, and it is rare for different individuals' ki to be the same. But back to Ichika now. Ichika is a highly skilled swordswoman, capable of slicing an entire forest of bamboo in half with just one swing of her sword. And since she is the sister of our Captain Yami, Ichika can manipulate her own ki to enhance and amplify her physical abilities as well. She is capable of manipulating her ki to concentrate her magic power in her body and subsequently release it in a single attack. By concentrating it in her arms and legs, she can increase the power of her palm thrusts and kicks, as well as her sword slashes. So for ki, I choose Ichika. And with that in place, we have to give our character a special ability. For this, I'll be giving our character Yuno's special ability to wield one more grimoire. And with this, we've unlocked one more trait to choose from. For our character's second magic attribute, I'm choosing Vanessa's thread magic. This magic attribute allows the user to generate and manipulate thread at will. But the thing I'm most interested in is its red thread of fate. You see, the spell manifests as Rouge, a magical red cat that embodies the power of fate manipulation. Rouge alters the outcomes of events to protect Vanessa and her allies from fatal situations. For instance, during the battle against the Witch Queen, Rouge ensured that even seemingly certain deadly attacks failed to land, effectively rewriting reality to favor Vanessa and her team. The ability's significance lies in its unpredictability and its power to neutralize threats that would typically be insurmountable. The Witch Queen herself acknowledges the rarity and immense value of this magic, emphasizing that it transcends ordinary combat abilities by controlling fate itself. By simply touching a target, the cat can change the outcome of a subsequent event to something more favorable for the user. Because it is made of thread, the cat can unravel to propel itself quickly and to dodge incoming attacks, as well as widen its area of effect by reaching a single strand out to a distant ally. So, for our character's second magic attribute, I choose Vanessa's thread magic. Click on this video next, where we have created the strongest team in the entire Blue Lock verse. Go on, check it out.